So let us proceed with our discussion in the wave optics. So before wave optics, we have discussed some basics about waves, and we have seen this principle of superposition also. Now here we come across two types of waves: coherent waves and incoherent waves. Coherent waves maintain a constant phase difference. Incoherent waves, they do not maintain a constant phase difference. See, let us see an example. Let us say there is a source S1 and source S2, and both are creating waves. Okay, individually S1 is creating Y1 and S2 is creating Y2 displacement, and both these waves, they will be propagating in all directions. So both are meeting at P at same time in same phase, so they are said to be coherent waves. So in this, what calculations we make means, so this is the principle of superposition. So we have discussed earlier that we can we can add the displacements because of wave 1 and wave 2. Okay, so y is equal to y1 plus y2. This is the principle of superposition. So let us say y1 is given by this expression. A wave can be written as a sine curve or a cosine function, as a sine function or a cosine function. Let us say y1 is given by a1 cos omega t plus phi 1 and y2 as a2 cos omega t plus phi 2. Phi 1, phi 2 are individual phases of the waves emanated from S1 and S2. Okay, so using this principle of superposition, we can finally get an expression for combined amplitude. Combined amplitude is given by A is equal to root over a1 square plus a2 square plus 2a1 a2 cos of phi 1 minus phi 2. For calculation purpose, you should remember this expression. What is this phi 1 minus phi 2 here? Phi 1 minus phi 2 is called the phase difference. Phi 1 minus phi 2 is called the phase difference. There is another parameter called intensity of wave, which we calculate here. It is given by I, and it is given by the expression when you take these two waves, I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus 2 root over I1 I2 cos phi. Okay, where phi is phi 1 minus phi 2. So these two expressions are very much useful in numericals, so you should remember them. Okay, anyone very much interested in the derivation, you can message me. It's a very simple derivation. Okay, so remember this. Now here some cases will come. So when you say phi, which is phi 1 minus phi 2, let us say case 1, phi 1 minus phi 2 is 0 or even multiple of pi. See, basically it is cos of some angle, right? So phi 1 minus phi 2 can be pi, pi by 2, 3 by 1, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi, some angle like that. So we are taking the specific case, phi 1 minus phi 2 is 0 or even multiple of pi. If it is 0 or even multiple of pi, what will happen to the cos value? Cos of 0 is 1. Okay, if you see the amplitude part, so this term will become 2a1 a2 because cosine of 0 or 2 pi or 4 pi, it is 1 only. So it will become root over a1 square plus a2 square plus 2a1 a2, which is nothing but a1 plus a2, because under root you are going to get a1 plus a2 whole square. Already root is there, so you are going to get combined amplitude is equal to a1 plus a2, in which case when it is an even multiple of pi. Here we get an expression for intensity of wave also. If you see here, cosine value is becoming 1 here, so this is becoming I1 plus I2 plus 2 into root over I1 plus I2. Alright, so if you simplify this, you basically get root over I1 plus I2 whole square. Okay, so the final expression is root over I, the combined intensity, is equal to root over I1 plus root over I2. Root over I1 plus root over I2. This is when it is a even multiple of pi. So when it is an odd multiple of pi, such as pi, 3 pi, 5 pi, etc., if you put the value here, what will happen? Cos pi will become minus 1. Here it is going to become minus 1. Cos, this value, cosine value is going to become minus 1. If this is become minus 1, it is a1 square plus a2 square minus 2a1 a2. So that means you are going to get a is equal to, you can take the modulus a1 minus a2, whichever is positive. Okay, we are talking about amplitude magnitude here. Okay, a will be root over a will be a1 minus a2, and similarly, if here it is pi or 3 pi, this value is going to become minus. Okay, cos, yeah, see, this cosine value is outside, the root is only above root over I1 I2. Okay, this value is only up to here. Okay, maybe that writing is making it a little confusing. It is not up to here, it is only over root over I1 I2. Okay, so here you are going to get root over I is equal to root over I1 minus root over I2. In the previous case you got plus, here you are going to get minus. What is happening? The intensity is dropping. Here what is happening? Here amplitude is rising, whereas here amplitude is dropping. This is one very useful observation you can make. Next we talk about incoherent waves. In incoherent waves, when we calculate, you calculate the average intensity, the formula remains the same, but here what happens is, in incoherent wave, what was the definition of incoherent wave means? They do not have a constant phase difference. So over a large interval of time, okay, this cosine value of the phase difference, it tends to become 0. Okay, so you are left with I average is equal to, this cos value itself will become 0. It becomes I average is equal to I1 plus I2. Okay, so this implies that superposition of incoherent waves gives uniform illumination at every point and is simply equal to the sum of intensities of component waves. Okay, in the previous case what happened? You are getting root over I is equal to root over I1 plus I2. Which intensity is more? This intensity is more. Okay, let's move on to the next concept, relation between path difference and phase difference. Now here a new term called path difference has come. Now what is path difference? In the example we were discussing here, okay, so here there is a source which is creating disturbance. So there is a wave which is traveling from this point, and there is another wave which is traveling from source 2. So they both are meeting at P. They both may meet at the same time, or they meet at some different times also. So let us say this S2 traveled some 3 meters and S1 traveled 2 meters to reach to that point. So definitely there is a path difference. Okay, so we are talking about that path difference. Okay, now when we talk about the difference in paths traversed by two interfering light waves. So here there are two interfering light waves. There are two light waves. Okay, interfering light waves at the time of arrival at the point of superposition is called path difference. What is the point of superposition? Where are you doing the superposition here? You are doing at P. So that is what is one definition of path difference. Okay. Another way of understanding it is the difference in the phase angles expressed in the radians. See, radians is very important, not expressed in degrees. Expressed in radians between the two interfering waves at time of arrival at point of superposition is called path difference. So the meaning of this statement is, see, one, you are measuring the distance. Okay. Another way of interpreting it is, see, there is a wave which is coming from source 1. Okay. Wave means some sine curve or cos curve, sine curve. So sine curve, it will have its own phase. Similarly, here also it will have its own phase. S2 also will have its own phase. So there is some phase difference, let us say. So even that has to be considered as path difference. Take the distances and consider the difference, or you measure in terms of phase difference. Both essentially can be correlated into path difference. Okay. So the phase difference and path difference is not same. Path difference means basically dimension. We measure in dimension. Phase difference means we measure in angles, radians. But once you measure the phase difference, it can be converted into path difference. How? Let us see. So it is given by this expression, phi is equal to 2 pi by lambda into delta x. If delta x is the path difference, you can find phi, which is the phase difference. Okay. So one small example I have given here. So let us say the wave is like this. Okay. Now we are considering two waves. If you observe here, A, B, C, D, E is one full cycle. A is the top point, crest, and E is the crest. The distance between them is lambda, wavelength. So between waves, if one full cycle difference is there, okay, what is A, B, C, D, E? It means one full cycle. In terms of radians, it is 2 pi radians. Okay. If let us say two waves are there and between them the difference is one full cycle difference. One full cycle difference is there, or they differ by 2 pi radians. Both essentially mean the same. दोनों के बीच में full cycle difference है या 2 pi radians से differ कर रहे हैं. So what can we say? Then the wave is traveling lambda distance forward. इसके बगल में कोई दूसरा वेव है. Okay. When wave 1 is at A, wave 2 is here, let us say at E. So one full cycle difference is there. Okay. This is, let us say this is wave 1. Okay. Another wave is there, similar wave, but when wave 1 is at A, that fellow is at E. So one full cycle difference is there. So what can we say? If 2 pi radian difference is there, how much the wave is traveling forward? Lambda. If delta x is the path difference, then what is the value of phi? Just cross multiply. Phi is equal to phi into lambda, cross multiply, is equal to 2 pi into delta x, or phi is equal to 2 pi by lambda into delta x. So the important expression is, you have to remember this expression. If you know the path difference, you can calculate the phase difference. If you know the phase difference, you can calculate the path difference. Now, just one more concept in continuation to this. If a wave travels a distance d in a medium of refractive index mu, let us say a wave is traveling through a glass medium. The glass medium will have its own mu value. Then two parameters, its optical path is mu times d. Okay, its optical path is mu times d, and the phase changes by phi is equal to 2 pi by lambda into x आना चाहिए यहाँ पर, x के प्लेस में mu d. So mu d is the optical path, and what is the phase difference now coming? How much is the phase changing now? phase is changing by phi is equal to 2 pi by lambda into mu d. This is very useful in terms of numericals. This concept is many times asked, so please make a note of this useful concept. Okay. And okay,